Hello and welcome to your Advective Weather Update for May 10th, 2023. Let's jump right into it. We do have severe weather that's ongoing along the Louisiana coast at this time, with flood watches stretching all the way from Houston, Texas to just south of Little Rock, Arkansas at this time. We also have flood watches going up there in the high plains as well, more on that soon, and a severe weather threat that's going to be materializing from the central to the upper plains, stretching to the Rio Grande Valley and the Midwest as we head into Friday. Let's talk about the threats today. You'll notice there critical fire weather risk in New Mexico that stretches all the way up from there to southern Colorado. A severe weather risk stretching all the way from Wyoming into Texas, and we do have those flooding risks all the way from around Houston to Little Rock, as well as in the state of Wyoming. Tomorrow we have another severe weather risk stretching all the way from Texas and Oklahoma all the way up into South Dakota, with a flooding risk there in the high plains, one in the Arklamasks region, as well as one there along the Ohio Valley. Then, as we head 3 days out into Friday, the Rio Grande Valley in the Midwest there, where those severe risks are, and then we also see the possibility of some flooding in Texas, southern Ohio, and South Dakota as well. Let's talk about the severe risks in more detail now. We have a level 3 out of 5 enhanced risk in place today and tomorrow. The enhanced risk today for northeast Colorado, southwest Nebraska, and northwest Kansas, and the enhanced risk tomorrow for central Oklahoma and northwestern Kansas. You'll also notice we have a slight risk of severe thunderstorms on Friday in parts of eastern Nebraska, as well as the state of Iowa, and then another slight risk in place for south central Texas, including the Rio Grande Valley and eastern plateau regions. As we get into the official forecast for today, the main risk of severe storms will be from 5 p.m. to 11 p.m. with very large hail, a few tornadoes, and damaging wind gusts being the hazards with these storms. You'll notice further south in Texas there that we also have that slight risk stretching down, and that's where severe storms could occur well into the overnight hours, well past that 11 p.m. mark. But again, the primary threat up there near that enhanced risk region being from 5 to 11 p.m. Strong winds and large hail will be possible with these storms in the state of Texas. As we head into the severe weather risks today in more detail, hail is the primary threat there. You can see that hatched region. That's where 2-inch or greater in diameter hail is a possibility. And within that red region is our enhanced risk. Level 3 out of 5 for hail. That's where numerous severe thunderstorms capable of producing large hail are expected. And then in the yellow region, we have a slight risk, level 2 out of 5, where scattered severe storms with large hail are expected before we get into our marginal risk there as well. Let's talk about the tornado threat. The enhanced risk there in the yellow coinciding pretty much perfectly with the hail risk that we have today as well. So an enhanced risk for hail and tornadoes. The slight risk much smaller though. That's in the brown. That's a level 2 out of 5. That's where a few tornadoes are possible, but nothing overly significant. And then finally there, the 2% tornado probabilities, marginal risk stretching all the way from Wyoming all the way down into Texas. So that's what we're seeing right now. And again, that's why we could see a tornado or two with that line in Texas. But again, that's not as high as that level 2 out of 5 we have for wind and hail down there. All right, let's talk about the wind threat now. You can see that's the only risk today that's a level 2 out of 5. That stretches all the way from Wyoming into the state of Texas there. And again, that's going to be 60 mile per hour or greater wind gusts. We talk about this often on the channel that are possible within these risk regions. Level 2 out of 5 meaning scattered coverage. Level 1 out of 5 meaning isolated coverage. All right, let's take a look at a weather model for today. As we move into the afternoon and evening hours, you can see those storms firing off as we head towards that 5 to 7 p.m. time frame before they do move northward. Again, capable of producing strong winds, large hail, and tornadoes, with the biggest threats being large hail and tornadoes today. Although not overly strong are the tornadoes expected to be today, there could be some relatively large hail there greater than 2 inches in diameter. Let's talk about tomorrow's threat now. A level 3 out of 5 has been issued now for Oklahoma, including Oklahoma City, stretching north towards Wichita, Kansas, and up into around the Goodland region there. You'll also notice there that this has been upgraded considerably since yesterday. If you watched the video yesterday, you'll notice there was a slight risk that was in place for these regions. Now that has been upgraded to an enhanced risk. You'll notice here that the main risk is going to be from 1 p.m. to 11 p.m., so this is going to be a longer duration event that's going to be occurring tomorrow. And there's going to be the possibility of a few tornadoes, with a stronger tornado not being able to be ruled out, large to very large hail being likely, and damaging wind gusts also being a possibility, although again, this is going to be the lowest threat tomorrow, same as it is today. Let's take a look at that tornado threat. Again, the Oklahoma City metro within a 10% hatched region. That 10% hatched region being where an enhanced risk for tornadoes is in place. So we could see quite a few tornadoes within this region tomorrow. And the possibility of one or two of these being stronger cannot be ruled out. Again, that stretches up towards the Wichita region as well. You'll notice here the large hail region. The hatched region remains the same. This is where 2-inch in diameter or larger hail is possible with a level 3 out of 5 in the red there. That's where we have an enhanced risk for large hail. That means that numerous storms are going to be capable of producing 1 inch in diameter or greater hail. The yellow region being the level 2, that's where scattered coverage is, and then the level 1 there being in the brown region. So level 2 out of 5, that includes places in Nebraska near Lincoln, that includes Omaha. Areas like that are going to be around that level 2 out of 5, and then stretching north into South Dakota as well. And then the level 1 including places like Kansas City, stretching into Colorado, Wichita Falls, also within that level 1 out of 5. And then we also see that level 1 out of 5 there along the Gulf states as well. Getting into the wind threat, that's the lowest one, level 2 out of 5, stretching all the way from Oklahoma, central Oklahoma, all the way up into central South Dakota. And again, that level 2 out of 5, that's still non-zero, 60 mile per hour or greater wind gusts are a possibility with these storms tomorrow. But again, large to very large hail and a strong tornado or two are the primary threats with these storms as we head into tomorrow. Let's look at a weather model now. This is for tomorrow, and you'll notice here that storms are going to be kind of rotating along this low pressure system, and they're going to develop here rather quickly into an arc of storms capable of producing those stronger winds, large hail, and again, those isolated cells, especially in the state of Oklahoma. That's where we could see our more tornadic threat, and then along that low pressure system, another arc of storms might form behind that. We don't know that for sure. That could also produce strong winds, large hail, tornadoes. So we'll see what's going on there, and we'll keep you posted as time goes on. Finally, as we head into Friday, there is a bimodal risk of severe storms, kind of coupled with the same system here, with the strong storms there in the northern risk being capable of all hazards, strong winds, large hail, and tornadoes, and storms in the southern region looking to be a damaging wind and very large hail threat, although the tornado threat looks a bit lower. Storms will occur in the late afternoon into the evening hours and may last overnight in both of these risk regions and everywhere in between. So if you're in places like Des Moines, Iowa, stretching all the way down to around the Rio Grande region of Texas there, and that includes places like Amarillo, Texas, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, Tulsa, Oklahoma, Topeka, Kansas, Kansas City, Missouri, Columbia, Missouri, St. Louis, Missouri, Springfield, Illinois, Indianapolis, Indiana. If you're in any of these areas, you're in some risk of severe weather, so you do need to remain weather aware as we head into Friday. Let's talk about that risk in a bit more detail. Again, that level 2 out of 5, that means there's a 15 to 29% chance of severe weather happening within 25 miles of a given point. Level 1 out of 5 there, meaning that a 5 to 14% chance is in place for severe weather to occur within 25 miles of a given point. So that's what we're looking at there. No hatched region there, so no particularly strong or intense severe weather is forecasted yet, although it has been explicitly mentioned that this may need to be introduced, especially in the southern mode, for the possibility of 2-inch in diameter or greater hailstones. Let's take a look at the weather model here. This one is a bit less detailed than the ones we've looked at before, but it gives you the general idea of storms firing up across our risk region through day 3, especially there in the state of Texas. You can see all kinds of storms firing up, and that does bring flooding concerns. We'll talk about that here relatively soon. So here they are. There are those flooding concerns. Moderate risks in place for flash flooding today and Friday. Today, that flash flooding risk along the Texas-Louisiana border up through the Arklatex region, that moderate risk, with a slight risk of flash flooding tomorrow in the high plains, the Arklamis region, and the Ohio Valley. And then finally, a moderate risk returns here along south-central Texas on Friday. And even 4 days and 5 days out there, experimental excessive rainfall outlooks indicating slight to moderate risks likely being in place as we head into Saturday and Sunday, especially in the state of Texas again, and we'll have more information on that with time, and if it does warrant a video, we will make one. Let's take a look at the official forecast for this. You'll notice in the state of Texas in particular that bullseye there of over a foot of rain being expected in south-central Texas, with over 4 inches of rain expected anywhere in the orange region there. So widespread heavy rainfall expected in the state of Texas. You'll notice that secondary maxima there in the high plains as well, producing that excessive rainfall risk tomorrow, and isolated regions of over 4 inches. If you're in the reds, over 2 inches expected. That includes Oklahoma City, Dallas, Fort Worth. And then as we head into the pinks, that's where we have over an inch of rain expected. So widespread rainfall expected across the country, with particularly heavy rain in the states of Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Louisiana, Montana, Wyoming, Colorado, Nebraska, South Dakota, North Dakota, and perhaps small regions of Kansas and Minnesota. As we take a look at a visualization of how this rain is going to fall, this is today into tomorrow, and now as we head into tomorrow, that's where a lot of this rain does begin to fall in the high plains, over 4 inches possible according to this model in numerous areas there, and then rainfall really begins to pick up in Texas again as we head into Friday, and then as we head into Saturday, we see even more rainfall there, with some even higher extremes than what's currently shown by the Weather Prediction Center being shown by this model. Well, let's just see it again. This is a visualization of what could happen. This isn't exactly with the Weather Prediction Center's forecast, so go with them for totals, but this will let you know kind of when rain is expected to accumulate and how it's expected to accumulate, starting all the way from now, heading in through Saturday. So that's what we're looking at this time, and even through Sunday, how rainfall could become more substantial with time. Well, what can you do? If you're in a severe weather risk, you can watch Advective Weather's severe weather preparation video in order to get a comprehensive guide on how to plan, prepare, and act for severe thunderstorms and even non-severe hazards like lightning and flooding. And if you're in a flooding situation, know that it can escalate rather quickly, have multiple ways to get weather alerts, be alerted to flash floods in any way you can, and when that does happen, make sure that you get to higher ground and never enter floodwaters in a vehicle or on foot. Again, you can get more comprehensive information on how to prepare for flooding in our severe weather preparation video, link in the description below. Well, with that being said, thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, you can hit the like button down below. If you didn't, you know where that button is. You can also subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed this and want more information like this in the future. And you can also check us out on Discord in order to talk with me and the rest of the team. And finally, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, anything of that nature, you can leave them in a comment down below this video. Thanks again for watching. We hope to see you in the next one.